What's going on, guys? We are back with another video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make you know, like a sort of mascot logo in Paint.net, just like my logo that you are seeing on my channel. So guys, the first thing you're going to want to do is click here, File, New, and then make sure you make the new one the width 2000 pixels by height of 2000 pixels, and once that is done, it should look a little something like this. Get your layers box, let's just place that here and add a new layer, which will be a transparent one. And this way you're going to want to load in your animal head vector. I'm going to use a lion head vector that I have actually downloaded. Make sure you find one that is not copyrighted, guys, off a non-copyright website. You can use that or you can make your own, but I'm just going to use one of them, so I'll just load it in for you guys right now. Okay guys, so once you've loaded it in, mine looks a little something like this, so we're just going to want to make it bigger, just to about a size that is good for us. So we just make it about that size there, and then let's just place it in the center here. And then let's click the rectangle select tool, and then just click off, so it looks a little something like this. Now, as you guys can see there, it is actually a transparent image, which is really, really good, guys. So what we're going to want to do is just get this background. We'll just click this color gray. Make sure that it is on primary here, guys, and just fill the background with the grey colour. This because we're going to give the lion, you know, a white outline. So to give the lion, what is going on, guys? So to give the lion a white outline, we're going to click the lion head 2 background there. We're going to click on Effects, Object, Outline Object, just like that. Now, obviously, that's giving it a white outline, but that is actually way too big, so let's just click it. That is how it is originally going to be. So we can just make the outline a little bit bigger, guys, to where it looks good. So I'm just going to say, about that looks good. I think I like that, guys. So let's just click OK. Now we're going to think about what colours we are going to want to use for this lion. Now I think I'm just going to use, you know, simple red colours. So if we just get the fill tool, guys, we can take our red and we can start experimenting on where we want the certain colours to go. So if we just take some of these away, guys, we can decide that some hair at the front is going to be darker, lighter than hair at the back. So we'll say this is going to be sort of more the front. The front can be here, and the front can be here. And then we're going to make this a bit darker. So just click there, and then we start making it a little tiny bit darker, guys, just like that. And then we can click here and here. And then make it a little bit darker for this little tiny spot. There and here. Just like that, guys. Okay, guys, so now we're going to make this little spot here that we missed red as well. But we're going to make that a light red just like that. And then just click off it just there. And then that is pretty much, you know, the main logo done. And we can change a few things up just a little bit. Maybe give it a bit of a shine. So I like to do that by clicking ellipse select. Zooming out, guys. Going over the whole thing here, maybe just about half of it, and then clicking on adjustment, brightness and contrast, and turning the brightness up a little bit, just like that. And that gives it, if you click off, kind of like a shine across here. Okay, guys, so once your logo looks like this, what I like to do is do the background kind of like similar, but let's just see if there's anything else we can actually add to this lion. So let's just get our fill tool and see what white looks like if we go inside here with the white. Just like this, guys, which I think this makes the logo kind of pop a lot more. So let's just fill that in with white. Just like this, guys. Okay, guys, now that we've filled in that with white, we're going to go with the same red for the background. So let's just take that red. And then we're also going to want to click here and give it like a darker red. This here, guys, is the gradient tool. So if you click that, you have more options that show here. So what we are going to want to use is the radial gradient. And we basically press in the middle of the square. And we hold it up like that. But we're going to want to do it on the background layer. So we place it there. And we just drag up while we still hold it, and that gives us something like that. Now we can switch the colours up so it's lighter or darker. So we're going to do it like that, guys, so it's just darker. There we go. Pull it up to about there. Click that just to click off it. So once that is done, we're going to want to add some texture to our layers. So I go into Layers, Import from File. And then this, guys, is where I keep my textures. So we're going to use the blue grunge texture. Make that the same size as the image. bring it down. Let's just delete this layer too because we don't actually need it. Bring it down above the background. Make sure to click adjustments. Make sure it is black and white, that way it does not interfere with the colour of the actual background itself, guys. We're going to want to double click it, and we can add it as an overlay, just like that, guys. And then we can change the transparency, or we can add it as normal and still change the transparency, but what I'm going to do is add it as an overlay. I'm going to put the transparency to, the opacity, which makes it more of a transparent. And so we're going to change the opacity to 107. You can change it to however you guys feel that it should be. So let's just click OK. Now, guys, I think I'm going to still fill in all of this with white. So let's just get in our white. Click on Lionhead 2. And go back in with the white. Just in all the gaps where it is needed, guys. Okay, guys, so once all the white is filled in, it looks, to me, at least a whole lot nicer. Let's just make sure it is all filled in. Yes, it is, guys, so we can put them layers back now. And we're going to want to add, more of like, pattern into our background. So I'm going to click layers and import from file and find something else we can use. Okay, guys, so I'm going to use a hexagon pattern. You guys can find hexagon patterns anywhere on the internet. So what you're going to want to do with that is make it the exact same size as your background, and then we are going to want to click the magic wand tool, and that basically selects all of the background that we don't want. So we click on the background, guys, and that highlights it all like that, and then we press the delete button, and that just erases everything. Now let's move this down to here. We can just double click it and make it transparent, as you guys can see there, or like take the opacity away. But the hexagon pattern is still visible on the background. So let's just do it to about 26 and click OK. Okay, guys, so now that is done, we're going to get the exact same lion head logo that we used, and we're just going to want to import it back in, so I will be back when that is done. There we go, guys, we have imported the lion head background again. We're just going to want to boost it up till it's actually quite a bit bigger. So we're going to want to make it a lot bigger than it is now. But first of all, we are going to want to rotate it to about here, so it's on an angle. Going to make that bigger that way, bigger this way, and then bigger this way. Try and still keep it more of it like a square shape. I think I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Maybe a little bit bigger than this, guys. Only by a bit though. And just like that. Place that down there, guys. Make sure it's behind the lion head. Double click it and turn the opacity down to about 58, guys, and you guys can still see that that is the lion head behind this image. Just like that. If you actually do pay attention, you will be able to see that it is the lion head. So that is pretty much that. Let's see if we can change the size of this just a little bit. So let's see, layers, rotate and zoom. Let's see if we guys, what am I talking about? Let's see if we can just make it a little bit smaller. See how that looks. So make it a little bit smaller, guys. Click OK. And place it more into the center if you guys can. And then this is where we can make it look a bit more 3D, like it is bouncing off of the image. So what we do is we click Effects, then we go onto Object and Drop Shadow. Now this is a plugin, guys, that you guys can download anywhere on the internet. If you guys need tutorials on how to download plugins, there's absolutely hundreds of thousands of them on YouTube. So once you have the plugins, you just click Drop Shadow right there, guys, and that just puts, like, as you can see, a shadow behind the image. So instead of that, guys, if you guys do not have plugins and you don't want to download them, you can also go into Photo and Glow. And then if you turn your radius to 20 and your contrast to -100 and brightness to -100 and click OK, as you guys might be able to tell already, that does kind of give a shadow effect in the background. Then you just click Effects and Repeat Glow, and it makes the shadow bigger. And you can keep doing it and it'll keep making the shadow bigger. However, guys, it does kind of make, you know, the logo glow, which isn't really what we are looking for. So let's just take that away. Click Effects, Object, and Drop Shadow. And we have the shadow back behind this. So let's just click OK, and then that is that done. Okay guys, so once that is done, you can add anything else you want, like your name, you know, things like that. But I'm just going to open up my personal logo and show you guys it compared to this one. Okay guys, so as you can see, my logo is pretty much the same as this one, apart from the fact that I've used a more realistic lion here. Obviously this logo is mine, but mine is actually, was originally in green, but now is in blue. I originally actually made it red in a video, as you guys have probably seen. But if we want to make it a bit more like this, I've noticed that I made this lion a lot brighter. So if I just double click on this, well, if I just click on this one, click here, and then adjustments, I can probably change the brightness of it all the way up to the top to make it white. I can keep going and keep going and just keep going, guys, until it's white. And that's as white as it's going to go now. I can just double click that again and turn the opacity down. But I actually prefer it how it was, so let's just take off that and then just go back to how it is. Okay guys, so once that is done, we're going to want to just merge. Oh no, sorry guys, we're just going to want to keep it like that, but I'm going to go on to the background, click on effects, and just maybe make a few more edits to it. Okay guys, so once it's done, it should look like that, and that is pretty much it for the tutorial. So my next video is actually going to be uploaded tomorrow, I think, and that is going to be how to make a YouTube banner. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. If you are, please smash that like button, and I'll see you guys in the video tomorrow. Bye.